All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. I want to get started a little bit quicker today. I had a little bit of a delay in getting on this morning just due to the fact that I had to redo the watch list a little bit. I had to add Twitter in there and just kind of revamp my plan a bit. Regardless, guys, obviously the major news of this morning is the fact that Elon Musk is going to be appointed to the board of directors of Twitter. This is definitely a big deal, guys. This is just a further news catalyst into this entire story. Obviously, guys, I think that was pretty apparent that this was going to happen last night when he was tweeting about making a change to the edit button on Twitter. It's not about the edit button, guys. It's about the fact that he's talking about real applicable changes to the platform, and the CEO is quoting his tweet and saying that this is an important decision on how it's voted on. It's like, okay, well, like, who's running this company? Right? It kind of feels like Musk has his hand in things beyond just a passive, right, which was the original story, right, with that this was a passive investment. It doesn't really look like that anymore. This looks like he's going to be an active member on how things are going. Very, very bullish 15-minute moves here in Twitter. We are up 6.7% in pre-market currently. We were up 7% at one point. Guys, I do think that this is going to lead to some more social media names going. Obviously, I would not be surprised to see Snap, Facebook, a few other names like that, see a continuation off of this movement that we are seeing here in Twitter, right? So definitely a major focus for me off of Open. I'm probably not going to be long off Open directly. I'll wait for some type of retest. Right, one area that I'm looking at, guys, is through this 54 level, which is our pre-market high. We have a major wick up to there. On Twitter, guys, what I'm going to be looking for on the daily, right, is over this 54 level. I really think that, if we can clear this 54 level, we'll see 55, 51. And then over 55, 51, guys, we have a clear gap to this 60 area on Twitter. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see some type of move into this 65 area. Honestly, that would not surprise me today. We are now making new highs here in pre-market on Twitter, guys. Definitely a major focus for me today. I think this has a lot of room to the upside. I think that you'll see Snap, which you're already seeing Snap making new highs in pre-market currently, follow along with that. Already positioned in Snap, so won't be taking any new positions there. Already positioned in Facebook. But all these social media names will be on watch for some potential high confidence setups. I do want to cover the overall market and some other names that I am going to be looking at because there are other stocks than Twitter out there, guys. So let's go over a couple other names that I do like today. First off, let's cover the overall market quickly. QQQ, guys, I want you guys to look at this 15-minute chart. We need to hold this 367.8 level, guys, in order to see continuation to the upside. Looking for a test of 370 today. This 369.88 level is going to be my call trigger to the upside. Over that, we can see 372, 373. But that 371.50 level from last week will come into play here on the hourly. If you look here, right, we have that resistance at 371.80. Over 369.85, we can definitely see that 372 level come into play here, guys, and look for some sustained strength in those names. Another name to watch today with this Twitter news is going to be ARK. This one, guys, over 71.16. You can use high of the day from yesterday, which would be that 70.89 level as your call trigger to the upside. Definitely one to keep on watch with this Musk news. We are down 4.5% pre-market. Okay, a couple other names that I do want to talk about today that are going to be, of relative importance. CCL, I think that this Twitter news may be a blessing in disguise. Might take some eyes off of CCL, which is one of my favorite setups for the open, guys. Take a look at this daily chart with me on CCL, guys. Over this 2062 level, and more importantly, over this 2130, we can see that 2137 level. If we can get over 2137, guys, the chart's a little bit messy up here, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a move into this 21 area, guys, or even possibly 22. We had some strong support in this 2162 area. If we can get over 2070, which we are clearing that level right now in pre-market, that would be a major level to watch for me, guys, for a move over 21. Obviously, big wall on the 21 level right now on CCL, so definitely going to be watching that off the open. I'm looking at this setup for a higher confidence lotto off the open. Open is always carries more risk. It's hard to call something a high confidence setup off of the open directly, but we can definitely see a nice move here. So definitely planning on taking some $22 calls off the open on CCL. And then it may present another opportunity later, but that's my plan as of right now. Other names that I want to watch today, SQ is a big one. SQ is a really, really big one, guys. If we can get over this 151 level, we have a lot of room to the upside, right? So over this 151 area, you could probably use the 150 psych level as your kind of trigger to the upside, right? But I'm looking at this resistance right here from back in January, right? We touched that 151.8 level. If we can get over this 150 level, I think we have a good chance of seeing 157 and then 170 to the upside. And that could create a much bigger breakout. A lot of the fintech names were initiated overweight at Wells Fargo, which is definitely a tier 1 price target upgrade, guys. That, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, those are the tier 1 price target upgrades. Definitely going to be watching SQ. Wouldn't be surprised to see that have a little bit of a sympathy move off Twitter. This is going to be my number one watch for the 10K challenge today. This setup looks fantastic. Like I said, I think you could play this from this 145 area into the 152 level. Definitely going to be a major focus for me today. I'll be watching closely. Even though this one is actually owned by Jack Dorsey, who, obviously originally founded Twitter, right? I don't think that's really going to matter too much. I'm really playing more on the technicals and the news, but obviously does kind of have that, platform connection, right? So definitely going to be watching this one for a big upside move today. Definitely my top watch on the 10K challenge. Over that 151 level is really the big breakout, but I would be planning on playing this. If you look at the 15-minute, I think you could use pre-market high as your trigger for the upside. So if we get over 146.25, I'm going to look for a move to 149 and then 152. If you look at the hourly chart, guys, over this 146.28 level, I think we can see that 149 and then 152 level come into play. So definitely going to be on watch for me today, guys. Again, over that 146.28 level, 146.29, that would be reclaiming the support that we had here on the 30th. Probably see that move to 149 and then possibly 152 or higher. So definitely a top watch for me today on SQ. I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to post it on Twitter. And then other names that I'm going to be looking at, obviously I wanted to mention Twitter Snap. Snap, I still think that this sees 41 plus here. If we look at the daily, guys, it did touch 40 in pre-market. Really, really nice daily chart here. I know it's a lot of levels, but really just need to pay attention here. The squeeze up after earnings into that 42 level, I wouldn't be surprised to see us retest that, if not 43 plus. So remember, guys, that is my main focus for this morning. Twitter is about to break this 54 level. So obviously, guys, the social media names are going to be a major watch today. QQQ is acting a little bit weak here into the open, but just want to make sure we watch that. Twitter breaking 54 now. What a move we are seeing here in pre-market on Twitter, about to break the 54.07 level. So not going to be chasing Twitter off open, going to be looking at some sympathy plays and other things like that. I will see you guys on the live voice in about 10 minutes, guys. Very excited to take on the day with you. Those are my top focus setups for today, and I will see you guys on the live voice. See you guys in a little bit. Peace.